Hey everybody, we're here with Fallout 76, and I'm going to be doing the Let's Play of Steel Dawn plus Steel Rain, all as one big campaign. I'm not sure if anybody on YouTube has done them all as one big campaign, as one big continuous series. Because if you don't know, if you're new to Fallout 76, or just don't know, Bethesda released the Brotherhood DLC kind of like how Telltale used to do their games. They released them in episodes. So there wasn't just one big long campaign they released. It was part 1, which was Still Dawn, part 2, which is Still Rain. So I'm going to do them as one big thing. And before we do that, I need to find the ally guy I put in my camp because he is a Brotherhood member. As soon as I find him, and I lose him a lot. I usually put him back here. Yep, there he is. Because he has information on the Brotherhood. He's a Brotherhood follower you can get. Well, not follower.
Sorry. I just reminded myself of toll roads. Ugh. Sure. I don't know if I'm a model member, but I can try and fill you in as much as I can. It's the least I can do. As a community, I think they're fine company. As a team, I don't think I've ever felt safer. What? You mean like their ideals and methods? There's some elements I can wholeheartedly get behind, that's for sure. Teamwork, structure, discipline. Just like my army days. There's some other elements that worry me, if I'm being honest. I'm comfortable with how this group here thinks, but, well, from the literature I've gotten my hands on, it seems like things are run a little differently in California. I think the metaphorical chain of command is getting awfully taut, if you catch my meaning. Now, I only know what I've read. Initiates like me have never actually been a part of the California Brotherhood. We were picked up along the way. But from what I gather, there's a lot more talk about hoarding technology than helping folk. How did that holotape put it? Help protect people from themselves? Something like that. I can appreciate where they're coming from, but my obligations are to help people by, well, helping people. Well, that. I don't have a lot of thoughts to share on that. Or at least, I'm cautious about sharing what thoughts I do have. I just know this. I joined this group because it was the best way I could help people across the country. Taking away a few plasma rifles here and there. I can sleep at night if that's the cost. Mutiny? Well, don't be putting words in my mouth. I don't think it's that serious. But I do think the folk out here take good advantage of the autonomy that the distance provides. Anytime. Just, don't make me regret sharing what I did. Not everyone is as keen on discussing the way things are done. I had spent the last 2 decades wandering to every burnt-out settlement and smoking crater in the ground I could find. The world was in need of healing, and I had the skills to do it. But I could only do so much alone. I'd hear about a community with some sick kids, or someone with a chronic illness. If I went to help, I would be turned away. They didn't want to risk letting some stranger into their mix. And I don't blame them, really. It's a rough world out there. But when I saw the Brotherhood roll in, people could not turn them away. Reminded me of my time in the army. Where we went, there was a sense of safety, security. I wanted to take advantage of that. Help people on the road. Sure enough, they led me to plenty of people in need. Fine by me. Want to get personal? That's fine. That's fine. I'm not paying rent after all. Okay. Couldn't hurt to answer a few questions. Ask away. Truth is, I come from a long, long line of doctors. But growing up, it never stuck. Lost interest in school. Couldn't make the grades. The Army felt like a place I could make a difference, so I enlisted right out of high school. Well, hold on. That's not the whole story. First time in active combat, me and a few guys from my unit got separated from the group. Artillery fire brought a whole cliffside down between us and our base. About 20 minutes later, when I found myself stitching up our medic, the calling finally caught up to me. Maybe it was in my blood, maybe saving lives just felt more rewarding than taking them. But that experience changed things for me. Well, I wouldn't go that far. Having two doctors as parents will teach you a few of the basics. It's not like I performed open heart surgery on the spot. A piece of shrapnel hit her in the thigh. It was causing heavy blood loss. But my medic survived. I flew out to the capital to get a few medals pinned on my chest, and then my CO pushed for me to be enrolled in OCS. Spent a few years on the track to an MD when a certain apocalyptic occurrence brought it to a premature end. Thanks for listening.
Alright, I just thought that was some neat flavor text. The lighting in this area is really weird. If you're asking why he's behind these walls, it's because he kept luring ghouls over there to the camp, and it got very annoying, so I put him over here. And those walls are because super mutants spawn over there, and they shoot at my generator a lot. So yeah, that's why he's behind that wall. So I figured, since he can't die, and I think he is one of the best combat allies to put in your camp, because he has a combat rifle. So that's not too bad. So he usually takes care of the super mutants. Yeah. But I just thought that was some neat flavor text for Brotherhood stuff. As you can see, a lot of the initiates for this Brotherhood, the Appalachian Brotherhood, don't really agree with the California Brotherhood. So yeah, listen to the Brotherhood message. We'll do that.
Our mission is...
Sorry about that.
Attention, people of Appalachia. This is Paladin Romani of the Brotherhood of Steel, broadcasting from Fort Atlas. Attention, you are no longer facing the wasteland alone. The Brotherhood has returned. Our mission is to help you lead a better, safer life, free from the dangers left behind in the wake of the Great War. If you require aid, or if you wish to join us in our mission, find us at Fort Atlas. If you require, a new dawn is here for Appalachia. Join us in building the future. Romani out. A new dawn is here for Appalachia. Join us in building the future. Romani out. Attention, people of Appalachia.
Alright. So now, we go to Fort Atlas. I wonder, what if you get Dodge to join back with them very early? Because you can get Dodge to join back with them. I will do that in a little bit. To this place. Your free tent there is real close. Yeah, I'm doing this. This is my 5th character, if you're wondering. Yeah, I've been playing this game since the beta, back in 2018 now. Over 3 years now. Right? 3 years when the game came out? Back in 2018. Simpler times back then, before the Scorched Blade took over in real life. Yeah. I don't know. If you're wondering if you're, thinking about getting Fallout 76, now that they added all there's 3 campaigns now. There's the original campaign, there's the Wastelanders campaign, and then there's this Brotherhood campaign, right? If you're wondering, is it worth it? If you're getting it for, campaign and questing content, not really. I mean, honestly, I'm gonna say this about Fallout 76's campaigns. They're filler content. They are literally filler content. They're not the end game. You know, they're not what you're going to be doing at end game. Even the Brotherhood quest line here, which I think, you know, might be the hardest out of the three. Well, besides the last quest of the original campaign, they're made for level 25s, and when, like, you know, 300 plus is, you know, when you really start to get the high tier. Yeah, it's something you gotta think of. Is that Brahmin? Oh. It's Mindy. Myrtle. Oh, Mr. Herder.
I say you should keep moving, human. These roads aren't as safe as they used to be.
Hello. That's a random encounter. Alright, that's calls for a big gun. Even this isn't doing much. Need to break his legs. Oh, there we go, he mutated. Yeah, I have the gauss shotgun. I haven't done the Wastelanders questline. Just one leg broke. Let me get my AP back, and we'll break his other one. There you are. Now he's a sitting duck. He can't do anything. Of 90% chance to hit's missing. He's like sliding away. You see that right here? Who greased the ground? If you're wondering, this is not a very good gauss shotgun. Nor is this character anywhere near fully spec'd. Your legs are supposed to be broken, sir. How did you charge? Did you drop anything good? No. Yeah. No. Oh. That's a bit of excitement. Random encounter. Oh, I should put on my... I have the Halloween costume on. I should put on... or take off... There we go. Oh. There we go. Character is meant to be a one-man army kind of thing. Oh, somebody has launched a nuke. Tons of activity today. Somebody nuked the White Springs again. They kind of missed, because there is some ghouls up there.
Attention, citizens.
And then, yeah.
Imminent.
Someone's nuking down there. I'm not going.
Exit the area.
I've done so many Scorch Beast Queens, and this character is, you know,
Thank you.
filled with legendaries. I don't need to go. Oh. Right. Ooh, a little bit of slowdown there. I am on Xbox One, an original Xbox One. So no Xbox One X or Xbox Series X here. Not even the Xbox One Elite. Oh. I sort of made my Xbox One the Xbox One Elite. Because, went through the wrong entrance. It's supposed to come in through here. You know, you see the big Brotherhood logo. Which, for some reason, this one's blue, but the one back there is red. And there's like a mishmash of like different colored Brotherhood logos. Here you see white, blue, red, or white on red. Yeah. Yeah, but however, like I was saying, I do have a an SSD on my Xbox One, so that it does load real fast. Alright.
Hello, Russell Dorsey, Brotherhood Initiate. Welcome to Fort Atlas. Formerly the Atlas Observatory, now headquarters for the Brotherhood of Steel. Well, this is Fort Atlas, new headquarters of the Brotherhood of Steel in Appalachia. The Brotherhood's in the process of getting everything in order here, but already people from all over Appalachia are turning up. Some need help, some want to join, but it seems like everybody's curious what comes next. I just say what Paladin Romani says. We're here to help. Me? Oh, I'm just a guy who wanted to be a part of something special. A place to do something that really mattered. I picked up the messages the Brotherhood were broadcasting on the way here, and I came out ahead to help set up the place, hoping they'd let me join. They liked my initiative, and now I'm an initiate. Nice bit of symmetry, I thought.
Word is, the Brotherhood needs new soldiers. If this Brotherhood
Of course.
order in the wasteland,
What'd you want to know?
they have my vote.
Pretty sure that's strategic information I'm not supposed to just give out to anybody that asks. Oh, it's an honor. I know that sounds like some recruiting poster nonsense, but really, it is. I finally feel like I'm part of something meaningful. Building a better world alongside other people who've committed their lives to that cause. Sure, sometimes it means doing guard shifts in the rain, but hey, small price to pay for real purpose, right? The Brotherhood of Steel is a... well, I guess you'd call it a military organization. Founded originally out in California around when the bombs fell. We're dedicated to rebuilding society and preserving old technology. Keeping the mistakes of the past from being repeated, you know? One of the members from California can tell you more, I'm sure.
Sorry, I just have to say something here. It's just kind of funny, keeping the mistakes of the past from repeating while a nuclear bomb goes off behind me. I don't know, just something funny about that.
What do you need? Looking to sign up? Or just curious? Well, either way, I guess it's not me you want to talk to. Most of the fort's off limits to civilians, but if you're interested, Knight Shin's in charge of the new recruits. He's very serious about protocol and security, so you'll have to speak to him first if you want to get anywhere. Don't worry about the bots. They're working for me.
Alright. So, I will tell you, on this character, I have completed the... Basically, I've completed the first campaign. I actually still have the I Am Become Death to do, but I basically completed it. And I have not done the Wastelanders campaign on this character. So, I might be missing some dialogue. I don't know if Wastelanders ties in at all. I know the main quest does. It's only like one bit of flavor text, but I've got it. And yeah, if you're wondering about the character, it is my ultimate build character. It is my, what is going to be 13 of everything character. As soon as I get all of these to level 5, which I almost have all of them at level 4, all I need is, I won't need that much more after I complete the scoreboard. Yeah, let's get on with the thing. I remember, well, before we do that, I remember there was the pre-event where you had to come here and give
Like they say they will.
stuff to all these Brotherhood, or the Jack Dorsey area. You had to give him materials. It's kind of just a way to prepare Bethesda to get rid of dupers. Honestly, that's what it was. It didn't really do anything, but yeah. Very neat. Alright, let's go inside. Oh, enter solo. Because I'm not the team leader. That's my... Oh, that character there, Jane, ended up being my pistol build. My power armor pistol build. That's the one I use the solo daily ops in.
I have real duties to attend to. The outer perimeter is still unsecured, the provisions aren't properly stowed, and we're awash in hopefuls. I have no time to be babysitting civilians.
Your duties are what I say they are, Knight. Your objections are noted, but this is a direct order from your commanding officer. Help us put on a good face for the local people. We've just moved into their backyard, They're nervous. Show them we mean no harm.
If you insist, Paladin. If there's nothing further, I'll have the completed report on your desk shortly.
I expect nothing less from you. As you were, Shin.
Paladin.
Alright. So, let's talk to Shin. Whoa! It seemed rather quick to close.
Ad Victorium.
I am not a receptionist, civilian. If you're here with a request for the Brotherhood, get in line. I don't have time for you right now. That was a Brotherhood matter, civilian, and none of your concern. You're trying my patience, so get on with it. You're not one of mine. Don't tell me you followed that automated program Taggarty's people left behind at Fort Defiance. I respect that you did that. But that was a desperate measure on their part, and doesn't represent true Brotherhood traditions. You want to be one of us? You're gonna have to earn it. From living members, including me.
That's the bit of flavor text you get whenever if you've completed the main quest line. That's it. I mean, he kind of just says, "You're not real Brotherhood." That can actually come into play if you get Vernon Dodge to rejoin. He has some very choice dialogue for Dodge. Well, I'll get that as well. Maybe in a later episode, or maybe this episode, depending on how far we get, or how far I get.
Diddy. Initiate Dorsey is supposed to be manning his post at the entrance, not acting as my secretary. That is within the scope of Paladin Romani's directives. It takes more than just asking, of course. You would have to prove yourself. If you are sincere about wishing to join our ranks, you would have to earn the approval of the officers here, including me. Is that why you're here? Another hopeful dreaming of service to the Brotherhood.
Go home. Let us take care of things here.
If you mean that, then you are right. But if that's sarcasm, I recommend you stow it. Immediately. Normally, I'd stick you with the other hopefuls until we decide whether you're worthy. But, if you're serious about joining us, you've got good timing. There's something you could do for me that would help the Order and demonstrate your qualities as a candidate. We've had a number of civilians show up here at Fort Atlas, asking for one thing or another from the Brotherhood. People are afraid, or want something, or are looking to involve us in local squabbles. Civilian outreach is not my specialty. There's too much left to do to secure this facility. If you're really interested in helping, save my time. Interview the petitioners, find out what they want, and report back to me. Do this right. Don't make me regret giving you the opportunity. Conduct yourself properly, and we can consider putting you forward as an initiate candidate.
Alright. I'm doing it. Alright, who should we talk to first?
More common amongst the ones from California.
I know who we're talking to last, because it's the best voice actor. And your New Vegas kind of callback. Alright, we'll talk to you first, because you're up here.
You better have something useful to say to me. What? Oh, hey, sorry about that. You're right, ain't right me blowing up on you like that. I'm just really wound up, and none of these Brotherhood types are giving me the time of day.
The Scorched, the Raiders, the Ghouls...
Oh, can't even come to me himself? What, he needs to requisition some more armor polish? All right, keep it cool, Sean. So, what's he gotta say to me? I'm a scavenger mainly. Always been pretty good with a set of tools, so I do all right for myself, scrapping and fixing things. I trade what I find or fix with the folks at Foundation when I need something I can't get otherwise. Mostly, I like to be left alone. The problem is that a couple of these Brotherhood clowns showed up and took a bunch of my stuff at gunpoint. Now I'm a peaceful man. I really am. I sure wasn't equipped to deal with armed thugs requisitioning the little I've managed to put together for myself. Never understood the Raiders. I like the quiet life. I don't need much, and I need trouble less. But after this, oh, I get it. I came here to give the Brotherhood a chance to make things right. Else maybe I'd go to Crater and start doing things their way. At least they don't pretend to be the good guys.
Got to be getting back to the farm soon.
Hey, listen, thanks. I just needed someone to listen and take me seriously. I hope you can convince them.
Alright. His problems... Yeah. People stealing from him, claiming to be the Brotherhood. Actually can't do any... spoilers, you can't actually do anything about that. It sort of comes up as a rare spawn, a rare event. Calm down. So, yeah, it sort of comes up as a rare event, when you're out in the wasteland, like, specifically around... up here, around the pumpkin house. So, yeah. Let's go talk to the other members. Who should we talk to next? The farmer guy. We'll do him next.
All this cut. Well, now look at you. You with these steel brother fellas? I've been waiting a good spell to talk to them. Farming, such as it is, got a patch ain't barely more than scald. But it's mine, and I manage. Longer than I'd prefer. These steel types ain't half disorganized right now, it looks like. Heard the news about these fellas and reckoned I'd better go see 'em. Ain't the only one neither, I see. Well, it's about time. I'd like to die of old age waiting on 'em. Name's Art Knapp. So, what's this night fella sent you for? Got seed in the ground right now. I ain't yet seen a raider willing to scrabble in the soil for seeds, so I reckon it'll get by till I'm back. Ain't much to tell. Been a farmer one way or another, all my life. My daddy before me, and so on. Set up in these parts after I heard it was safe again. Turned out, there's plenty of raiders fixing to take what ain't nailed down. Ain't much use bellyaching about it, but neither am I just gonna roll over and let some bullies take what's mine. A fair trade's what I want. I've heard stories about these steel types back in the day. They was going around taking things from folks. For the cause, they said. Yeah, like that don't make 'em raiders too. Well, I ain't got much, and I already got to worry about raiders. So, I reckon it's better to make a deal up front. My farm don't produce much, but I got some extra, and I expect they'll have a use for it. In return, I want these steel boys and girls to keep raiders away from my farm. Heard a lot of noise they was on our side. So, seems fair. Fair enough. Can't expect more than that. Thank you. You take care too.
Brotherhood response to visitors is lacking.
Now, his farm. I don't believe his farm is actually on the map. Did it disappear? Yeah, I don't think you can actually find him. No, he's right there. Okay. Because all of the farms on the map, right? He's not here at Cobbleton Farm. He's not at Becker Farm. I don't think he's actually on the map. At least, that I know of. I've been all over this map. Saving you for last, because you have the best voice actor.
You looking at something? Hey. Yeah, you. Who do I need to talk to around here? You know, about the guns? You don't look like one of these Brotherhood yahoos. Name's Tally Lane. What's your deal? Who, me? Nah. Nah. Cool as a cryo grenade, me. Definitely. I just told you, dummy. Tally Lane. Just, another chick trying to make it in the wasteland. You know? Shin? He the scary guy with the stick up his butt? Alright, shoot. What? Me? A raider? No. A little old me? Don't be silly.
Speak or go away.
Oh, I'm just a poor country girl, you know? Parents died ages ago, so it's just me and a few friends trying to make our way in the world. It's pretty scary out there. Just a bunch of orphans helping each other out. We're practically just kids. Had to grow up on our own. We'd sure feel a lot safer with some of those high-tech guns these Brotherhood have to scare off all the maniacs out there. Yeah, that's right. Big shiny guns. Now, all the talk in the area is about these Brotherhood folks with their high-tech toys, and I thought, Tally, you gotta get some of that. For self-defense, of course. Just so me and some of my poor, innocent friends can protect ourselves from all the nasty folks out there. Hey, I get it. Promises backfire all the time. Well, go get him, Tiger.
Yes, I am missing dialogue. If you sided with the Raiders during the Wastelanders portion of the Wastelanders campaign, she has special dialogue, and there's also special dialogue later. But now we are going to talk to the best one, and the Fallout New Vegas guy. Oh, again, people are... Oh no, people beat the Queen. Alright, everybody, they beat the Queen. That took a while. Ah, that's why there's not too many people down there. Alright, you... Blackburn.
Yes? Something I can help you with? I am waiting to speak with a Brotherhood representative. I have no interest in small talk with strangers. Perhaps I spoke too hastily. I can be rather unthinkingly brusque. Dr. Edgar Blackburn, at your service. Are you working with this Knight Shin? What has he said to you? I had heard that the Brotherhood possessed advanced technology. As a doctor and a scientist, this was of great interest. My research is always in need of equipment and materials rather difficult to obtain by scavenging and bartering. I came to see if an arrangement could be made, but from what I can see of their operations, they are as yet still in too much disarray. Given the state of my fellow supplicants, I would hypothesize that their needs likely outweigh my own. Very well. What did you wish to know? I am sure you have more interesting things to do than listen to a poorly socialized wasteland doctor talk about himself. In short, I trained in multiple specialties before the war, and had a brief career as a research scientist prior to the bombs dropping. Finding myself fortunate enough to survive, I have continued my research, such as it is. Now I focus on the health of the people of Appalachia. Please do not ask me to examine any strange growths. I am not that kind of doctor. It would be difficult to express it in layman's terms. No offense intended. In essence, I have been studying the illnesses of Appalachia For too long, people have relied on folk remedies and makeshift medicines. The long-term effects of this environment are concerning. Just because the radiation is survivable does not mean it is safe.
Look what the rad roach dragged in.
I should be getting back to work, so get at it if you're gonna.
Their hygiene standards are better than the lot at Crater, but no. I prefer to work in solitude. One day, perhaps, my research will be of benefit to them and all the other people of Appalachia. Very well, then. Perhaps we can be of assistance to one another, should our paths cross again.
And if you don't know who his voice actor is, that is Joshua Graham. Same voice actor. Forget his name. I always forget voice actors' names. I'm not very good at it. But yes, this is Joshua Graham, basically. 200 years in the past.
I imagine the Brotherhood would object to a collection of blood.
Alright, now that we talked to everybody, we go back to Night Shin.
We'll make Atlas stronger than Fort Defiance ever was.
The only reason you should be back here is if you're ready to give your report. Have you finished the task I gave you? Complete your duties first, and maybe I'll have time to discuss things with you afterwards. Good. Let's get this done. I have the list from their arrival. Give me the high-level overview.
Fortifications appear adequate, if rushed.
Impossible. Whatever happened, it was not us.
Get to meet them in person someday. Fort Atlas is in good hands. Night Shin's trained us well.
There are countless brigands out there, civilian. It is not the job of the Brotherhood to hunt them down one by one for their crimes. I will say it bothers me to hear that someone is abusing the honor of the Brotherhood this way. But that does not change the facts. Mr. Hawkman's problems are his own, not ours. Give me your next report. We are not mercenaries here to serve as guards for anyone with some goods to trade in payment. I agree. It's bad tactics to involve ourselves in outside disputes. We have enough to do here. Enough about that. What's next? No. We are not arms dealers.
Just want to say, this Brotherhood might not be arms dealers, but other Brotherhoods are. The Mojave chapter, you can buy guns from them, you know. And if you're not an arms dealer, why is there Brotherhood vendor bots? I know that they're, you know, the previous Appalachian Brotherhood, but still a vendor bot that sells guns. Just putting that out there.
That aligns with my observation of her when she arrived. Your judgment may be better than I expected. Moving on. The Brotherhood is not a charity, and our mission does not cover providing civilians with equipment to pursue their personal interests, unless the Doctor intends to provide that research to the Brotherhood exclusively, and under our supervision, he will get nothing. That shows commendable discipline. Scribe Valdez may have interest if he returns, but if so, he is her problem. That appears to resolve the matter on our end. That finishes your reports. Against my initial judgment, you have shown that you can take orders and make yourself useful for the Brotherhood. You need to lose those soft civilian instincts, but I will make note of your assistance in my report to Paladin Romani. Should you wish to join our ranks, I will not oppose your enlistment. I grant you permission, provisionally, to enter the compound proper. Go to our scribe Valdez. You will need her support as well if you want Paladin Romani's attention.
Stay on your toes. The wasteland is merciless.
Let me complete my report. If I do not have other pressing duties, Then I will consent to your questions. Be vigilant, outsider.
Alright, Night... I should be in the party. Why does it remove me? So I don't talk in the game, because I am a group. I was gonna say, alright, Night Shin Megami Tensei. That's what he reminds me of.
This facility civilians.
Brotherhood Roundtable. Let's see. Learn that. Right. Alright. Valdez.
Hello, civilian. I don't mean to be rude, but what exactly are you doing up here? Did he now? Knowing Night Shin, I'm guessing that's not exactly how it went down. But if you're a prospective initiate, then I guess we're both in luck. Paladin Romani makes the call on new recruits, but the Knight and I have some influence. It just so happens I'm in need of someone to help me out on a little mission. If you're interested, I can bring you along and put you to work. Do a good job, and I'll send a recommendation your way. How about it? Our new base is littered with old technology, but there's something in particular I want to investigate. It's down in the bowels of this place, a part of Atlas that we've cornered off. I'm not keen on going alone, so I'd like some backup. Glad we can come to an agreement. Any questions before we start? All right, fire away. Normally I would, but today you came along. We have a lot of capable initiates, but we could always use more. Handle yourself well, and I'll be happy to vouch for you. Not as a civilian. However, if Paladin Romani lets you join our ranks, then I might reconsider. Especially if you're a big help on this mission. Ideally, yes, actually. In practice, not at all. We're supposed to be the lore keepers, preserving old technology for the betterment of today. Instead, I spend all my time soldering wires on busted comms equipment or tightening screws on tracking scanners. This investigation will be a breath of fresh air. It's what being a scribe should be about. Can I do it? Yes. But it's not my life's calling. Believe it or not, I didn't choose to be a scribe. I was born into it. My parents chose this life for me. I've gotten used to it, but it isn't mine. Night Shin would throw a fit if he heard just how unprofessional I was now. We should get back to business. Sorry. Business only. Sure. Ready to go? Great. Unfortunately, I need to finish up a few things here. Head downstairs and I'll meet you in a bit.
Alright, there is Scribe Valdez. Everyone's seemingly favorite. Let's get, choose a shotgun. And before we go down... Wait for this filled up. Yeah, so I know a lot of people don't really like this Brotherhood. Like, a lot of the, I would say, hardcore Fallout fans, they don't really like this campaign. And someone came up with an interesting theory on the Steam forums, right? Is that... Tell me if you think this is a good theory. That the 3 or 4, well, technically, I think it was five Brotherhood members they sent to West Virginia here to, kind of see what happened to the last Appalachian Brotherhood. They're not actually on that mission. They're a bunch of rejects that were cast out of the Brotherhood and just sent over here to go die. Right? Like, here, go take a trek, several thousand miles across the United States. And it's like, oh, maybe they'll die, Maybe that's how you get rid of rejects. Send them on suicide missions.
Good, you're here. So, how do you feel about reading comprehension? I was hoping to start out by sweeping the area for documentation left behind from before the war. Are you trying to get on my good side? Because that's how you get on my good side. But enough about that. I'd like to get started. Let's head downstairs and see what we can turn up.
Alright. Oh, ammo. Bowling pin. Nothing in here. Oh no, I have to sneeze. Alright, good thing I was able to mute the mic in time to sneeze. Okay. I know all about this. Oh, scrounger didn't activate. Hello. Why are bloatflies so tough? Alright, let's just say.
This must be Dr. Hammond, Atlas's lead scientist. We recovered some
Whoa.
tapes and logs in our initial sweep of the area.
That's been happening a lot.
Is his handbook. I should make arrangements for a proper.
That's been happening a lot recently. NPCs have been sliding. So, yeah, where... this terminal, I think. Right? Oh no. Atlas decommission report. Take that.
I think this is good. Let's talk for a sec. That should be enough to start. Let me take a look. Atlas decommission report. So the project was in bad shape after all? Oh, I knew it sounded too good to be true. Fascinating. Wow. This is some seriously classified stuff that I just let you read, isn't it? I wasn't supposed to show you any of this. I guess you're right. There's only so much I can tell you, but I'll share what I feel is relevant. Atlas wasn't exactly an observatory before the war. That was just a front. The military conducted research here. Pretty advanced research. We're down here to investigate and see what's worth salvaging for the Brotherhood. Whoa, 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 whoa. Looting is absolutely not what we're doing here. Everything of worth that we remove from this substructure is going with me, up to my lab to be cataloged and analyzed. Now, let's follow up on some leads from this report. I'd like to do a quick inspection of some key components that should be nearby. There's probably a terminal around here. If it's still running, we can do a diagnostics test. That will tell us about some of the less accessible hardware. The report mentioned that the machine's intake pump was under a lot of pressure. Let's find the release valve for that and give it a spin, see what happens. Finally, the lower core on this level should have a wiring box. Why don't we take a glance at that to get an idea of the electrical hookups? The diagnostics test can tell us the state of some key components that we won't be able to test manually. Keep an eye on the state of each component and we'll want to look into them after the initial check. The release valve is an emergency mechanism that can relieve pressure on the intake pipes if they come under stress. If all is well, we'll just be able to turn it and nothing out of the ordinary will happen. Think of the wires like the blood vessels of the machine. Without the electricity running through them, nothing's going to work. We just need to do a little checkup and see what condition they're in. Should be a simple inspection. You can have point, but I'll be looking over your shoulder the whole way. Take note of the details and we'll discuss how it goes after.
Alright, let's do this part. This is pretty easy.
Looks like we've got company.
Yeah, I always do that one first. Well, I should say always. I think I've only done this... No, I did this campaign twice. Hehe, gunfu is awesome. And quad double barrels are just great weapons. Like, if you're a shotgun build and you do not have like a gauss shotgun, get a quad double barrel. They are great weapons.
Close one.
Alright, let's do this.
Interesting.
Ah. Okay.
Let's talk.
Let's try to get you in frame this time. Having a weird habit of like odd frame or odd angle conversations.
Alright, let's go over the inspection results. The diagnostics check revealed some issues. Flux disruption in the induction loop, intake valves ruptured, and the ion focus? Misaligned. Problematic to say the least. Next, we have the release valve. That went... Well, what was your assessment? It certainly did. I'm going to mark that down as bad. Last but not least, the wiring. The wires were... Yep. I think the warm reception they gave us also points to that. Okay, well, sorry about the pop quiz. But in general, you're handling yourself well, so far. Nobody does, outside of a classroom. That's why I love to evaluate new prospects this way. If I'm going to recommend you to Paladin Romani, I need to know you're serious. Can you pay attention? Think on your feet? If you can, you earn my favor. If you can't, then, well, maybe I reconsider my recommendation. I'm worried about what our inspection turned up. There are a few parts I'd like to extract and examine in my lab. There's the pressure gauge, the core processor, and the ion focus. They should be upstairs. There's a lot I can learn from examining them, if we can pull them out and get them back to my lab in decent condition. I want to take some notes on the core up there, so I'm going to leave the parts removal to you. Each extraction will be a little different, but in general, you'll want to use a light touch. I want the components in good condition, so please be careful. Any questions, or are you ready to get started? You saw what happened when we tested the release valve. I want to examine the stress on the gauge. That could tell us if all that built-up pressure was normal or an anomaly. Oh, and you may have to pry it off, but be careful about it when the time comes. The brain of the machine. It's the component that coordinates all of the others. It should be slotted into a terminal somewhere. May take a little technical know-how to extract, but nothing you can't handle, I'm sure. A very important and technical component. It helps force particles into a beam that the machine could fire to affect the weather. Somehow. Could take a bit of manual dexterity to pry loose without any damage. I'm counting on you. Let's see what you can do.
Okay, this time it's skill checks. Because Fallout 76 lacked skill checks when it first came out. Well, it had a couple. They were kind of hidden. A lot of people thought there were no skill checks in Fallout 76, but there was a couple. The Dogwood Die-Off had a skill check, and there was like just a couple weird ones here and there. Okay. Let's get all of this stuff. Do that one last. Do the middle thing last, because it's the most interesting. Where am I going? This place used to be filled with robots. Like, yeah, robots. And like a lot of liberators would spawn in here. And it used to be able to get, it used to be kind of glitched where you could get multiple legendaries to spawn. I wouldn't say glitched, it was just like a good thing that would happen. Alright. We have a lot of intelligence. I should be able to pass every skill check here with this character. That's why I picked this one to do the campaign on. Yeah, sometimes it's the this is actually bad. Sometimes the skill check ones are actually bad. It's kind of interesting that you would have bad skill checks. That's actually the best one, I believe.
Oh, I thought of one. Can you pick up the induction coil up there on the machine core? That doesn't sound good.
Please stand clear. This is now free fire zone.
You.
Kill.
That Protectrons are kind of annoying because they have like weirdly decent damage resistance.
To use deadly force.
Robo Brain. And shotguns have no armor piercing. That's the only problem with shotgun builds is like you have nothing to really deal with armor unless you have an anti-armor weapon, of course. Like there's no anti-armor perk like how you know heavy guns get stabilized, commando and rifleman and pistol now get a tank killer. Bows get, I think, bow before me or bow before me. Where are you? Lady.
Engaging hostile target.
What's going on here? Is he below the map? He's below us. So he's not below the map, he's just... Well, he is below the map. Oh, there's water below here. Weird.
I'm a much better tactician. It's all in the brain, you see.
That everyone? Well, she's still pointing at something. Oh. What's shooting? Oh, guy stuck in a door. Always good to see that. That can happen in any game, not just, you know, Bethesda's games. Okay. That's everyone. If I could unglitch you. Nope, you're in there.
Whew. Whatever you did up there, the security system sure didn't like it. Thanks for the backup. I doubt I could have handled that on my own. Now that that's over with, let me take a look at what you've collected. The pressure gauge looks like it's in good condition. The core processor is pristine. Good work on that. The ion focus looks usable. Impressive. The induction coil isn't looking so hot. Hopefully it's salvageable. And what is this? This is... Is this ultrasight? Fascinating. This looks like some kind of compact power source. None of the documents, none of the terminals said anything about this. Did this power the whole machine? If it wasn't staring me in the face right now, I'd say it sounded pretty far-fetched. Yes, Project Atlas may be beyond our power to repair, but we might have something here. I expected the machine to use a small reactor's worth of energy. They condensed that into a container I can hold in my hands. Oh, I could do a lot with this. You were a big help. I'm sure you have what it takes to be an initiate, and soon. Here, take this letter to Paladin Romani. She'll make the final call on letting you into the Brotherhood, but my wreck may tip the scales. I'm going back upstairs to take a look at these components. I need to catalog our findings. If nothing else, this ultrasight battery has piqued my interest. There's a lot I could learn from reverse engineering it. Oh, I'm giving you access to my private terminal, too. It has all the logs we recovered from when we moved in. After what we just went through, I think you deserve to know more about Project Atlas. Take a look if you get some free time. Thanks again for your help, and good luck with the Paladin.
Alright, we received the legendary revolver, or the unique revolver, the Fact Finder. It's a pretty good revolver, it's 2-shot explosive. And that's action point cost, pretty good. Strangely enough, she does not give you a Crusader pistol. If you don't know, I have a secondary Fallout lore channel where I go over the lore of the Fallout weapons. I'll have it linked in the description and probably at the end of this video. But yeah, it's just kind of interesting how the Crusader, like during this entire campaign, Brotherhood campaign, the Crusader pistol doesn't come up once. They never talk about it. None of the Brotherhood uses it, but yeah. I'm now overcumbered. So there's that. So we'll go back to Fort Atlas. I will join the Brotherhood, and that will be the end of this part 1. I want part 1 to be a real long one, like this hour long we have right here. Go back to Paladin Romani.
Hope those kids we picked up are doing okay.
Oh, I'd say back, but we haven't met her yet.
Started with
I am a link in the chain that binds. That is what keeps this order together.
Ah, you must be the one I've been hearing about. Paladin Layla Romani. What do you need? I've received a report from Knight Shin detailing your assistance in his duties. He has given his approval to your consideration as an initiate. Word around the fort is that you've been working with Scribe Valdez as well.
Still, this is...
It takes more than hope to join the Brotherhood. Knight Shin has spoken in your favor, but you'd also need Scribe Valdez's approval for me to consider your candidacy. Well, between this and the report I have from Knight Shin, we can discuss you becoming a member of our order. Consider it carefully. Do you wish to join our ranks? Both have given their approval to your initiate consideration. Yes. In short, she thinks you are capable, helpful, and possessed of a higher-than-average technical aptitude. Useful qualities in an initiate candidate. Knight Shin felt that you displayed sensible judgment, took orders tolerably well, and were ideally suited to help with civilian outreach. Frankly, I suspect he just wants out of those duties, but you made a decent impression regardless. Yes? Membership in the Brotherhood is a commitment to honor, duty, and service. You would begin as an initiate in our ranks. With time and training, you may one day join the scrolls as a knight or scribe, depending on your aptitudes and choices. On a day-to-day basis, Knight Shin would be your direct superior here, though any of the officers may requisition you for missions if needed. With the recommendations of Knight Shin and Scribe Valdez, I'm willing to consider you for membership. But first, I need to see how you handle yourself without direct supervision. In order to be effective in our operations here, we need to establish positive relations with the people of Appalachia. If we make them see us as a beneficial presence in the area, it will be much easier to secure cooperation in the future. We have reports of feral ghoul attacks on traders and travelers in the southwest forest region, indicative of a nest of some kind. I want you to clear it out.
Throwing nukes left and right.
Your reward is that I consider you worthy to join our ranks. Limited intel suggests this is a milk run, perfect for a new recruit. But you're not wrong. We don't know the level of threat. Take this as an additional precaution.
No meat.
Complete this mission satisfactorily, and I will grant you initiate status within the Brotherhood. Yes.
Crap, wrong button. Sorry about that.
Ready to discuss? We don't know. Our initial reports on the attacks came from a family of farmers, the Putnams, that we passed on the way into the region. I think their sons were rather starstruck when we showed up. I almost expected the older boy to follow us when we left. You should start your search there. They may know more. You can find them at the old Lewis and Sons farming supply.
The settlers want to rebuild. They're only looking to the future. We need to understand.
Each day
Very well. Do this, and you will be one of us, with all the rights and responsibilities of a full member of the Brotherhood of Steel. Ad Victoriam.
We're here to protect the people.
Alright, so I'm gonna continue this episode, right? I'm gonna do this. This first episode will be all about joining the Brotherhood, and then after that, this mission. We'll get on to it. Now, I actually am overcumbered. Not enough.
The Scorch, the Raiders, the ghouls, anything.
There we go.
We'll be ready.
So I'm going to go to my camp. One, because it's closer. Two, so I can get rid of some stuff. Then we will head to the mission. In this mission, there's an optional thing of recruiting one of the kids to your side. I'll tell you, each one, neither of them matter. I'm going to tell you that, neither of them matter, but each one gives you a different reward, depending on if you do. Neither of the rewards are very good. Oh. Hello, I actually want that. We have a plasma, an Enclave plasma weapon, but that is not bad. And I don't need any of this. Okay, now to over here. Let's go. Probably have script something, because I think I have a legendary I need a script. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about the Brotherhood campaign. Like I said, I feel the campaigns of the game are just filler content, really. Because they don't change what you're doing. Like, after you're done with the campaign, you're not doing anything different than before the campaign. You're still farming basically the same gear. You're farming, you know, Scorched Beast Queen, you're farming legendaries, you know, there's no real difference. That's why I consider this stuff filler content, and not really, like, real content. Hello, dog. You're actually pushing that ball. It's kind of neat. I think that this online game still has physics. Like, this gets pushed around, you know. It's gonna be dialogue right when you get in.
Huh? Whoa, whoa there. Mom, Dad!
Who do you think you are barging in here? George?
Hold it, stranger. No funny moves.
The Brotherhood? Again?
Oh, man. Cool! Ha-ha! I told you they'd be back, Colin.
Lower the gun, George. All right. Why don't you come over here and we'll try to do this like civilized folk.
Alright, before we talk to them, you're gonna recruit one of the kids. If you recruit him, you get a Ghoul Slayer's sledgehammer. If you recruit him, you get a Ghoul Slayer's plasma gun. Neither of you give very good rewards, and you can recruit neither of them if you want to. I'm gonna tell you also that recruiting either of them doesn't matter. I don't think they show up at all during this campaign. So yeah, it doesn't matter.
Now you need to be more careful just waltzing into people's homes. It's a good way to end up with more lead in you than's healthy. I'm Carol Putnam. This is my husband, George. Now, won't you tell us why you're barging in here, and maybe we can all be friendly when you're done. Might not be Lewis or Sons, but this here's ours.
But Lewis was a cousin of mine back in the day. God rest his soul. He and his family didn't make it when the bombs fell. We were looking a good place to put down roots when we heard it was safe to come back to West Virginia. I told Carol we ought to see if this place was still here.
Even after all these years, there's enough salvageable tools and such to make starting a farm easier here than your average homestead. Didn't see any point in updating the sign. Those would be them military types in the heavy armor that came through here recently, right? I'm the one that told them about those attacks.
Those Brotherhood guys are so cool. Wait, are you recruiting? I want to sign up.
Their gear was pretty fascinating.
Settle down, boys. The adults is talking. So you want to know about them ghouls? Lord, don't get them started.
Oh, yeah. The lasers, the power armor, they are the coolest thing I have ever seen.
Marty, you barely do your chores now, and you get confused by the generator. What good would you be?
Yeah, well, at least I'm not a shrimp like you.
I can pay you to get these two out of my hair.
George!
I'm just kidding. You boys know we love you.
Go ahead, George. I'm curious, too.
They're grown, I suppose, and it might be a good opportunity for them. We can't spare them on the farm, though. There's too much work to do. One, maybe. Long as you swear to look out for him. Reckon you better ask the wife, though.
Now, I don't like it, but they're adults. Or close enough, I guess. And I know they're bound to want to do their own thing, but the farm needs work. We can't do it alone. If one of them wants to go, well now, George and I'll just have to live with it. But you ain't taking both of my boys, though.
Ooh, me.
Fine by me. Can't say for certain. We got a suspicion, though.
A lot of the sightings and attacks have been from folks traveling the highway to Flatwoods. They come out of the hills, northwest of the old creamery.
And the only thing out that way is what's left of the Orwell orchards. Could be the source of the things. You gonna wipe them out when you find them? Aren't you on a mission from the Brotherhood? You're doing it for them, not for us.
She's right, of course, but that doesn't mean we're not grateful for the risk you're taking. Now here, wherever you find ghouls, you're going to find radiation. Now, we can spare this.
Not sure. More than a few, less than an army. From what folks have said, if you're going in alone, even a few can swarm you before you even realize what's happening. Be careful out there. Good to hear.
You'd be doing everybody in the area a favor. That's for sure.
Safe roads means safer traders. Good for everyone. The Brotherhood would definitely be making friends if you pull this off. Just try not to startle us if you drop by again. George has a hair trigger with that shotgun.
Alright, so I'm going to go, because let's see. I already have a very good sledgehammer in All Rise, and I have a couple more in my stash. However, I do not have many plasma guns. I do have a very good I just got that Enclave plasma gun, but I do have this one, which I should probably change to another legendary. But yes, like I said, you either get a Ghoul Slayer's plasma gun, or a Ghoul Slayer's Super Sledge. So I am going to go with the plasma gun. Also because he's smart.
Would like to join the Brotherhood. I know I'm not as strong as my brother, but you've got to have a need for somebody smart, right? I'd be lying if I said I wouldn't be nervous. Won't know until it happens, I suppose. But I'm willing to risk it if it means getting out of here. Maybe I'm not. But I'm not cut out to be a farmer, either. The Brotherhood has tech. And that's an opportunity to learn. That's all I want. Smarter than Marty, anyway. No offense to my brother, but if he can't solve a problem with his muscles, he's stumped. I read anything I can find. Most of the working machinery around the farm is my handiwork. I'm the one who got the bots running. The Brotherhood can't be all brawn and no brains, right? I'm sure. This farm isn't the place for me. The Brotherhood could change the world. It's where I belong. Can you make me a recruit? Alright, that seems fair enough. I'll do my best to earn that recommendation, I promise. Are you sure about me, though? I know my brother wants this too, and I heard Mom. Only one of us can go. Really? That's incredible. Thank you. You go on ahead. I need to talk to my folks and say goodbye and that kind of thing. I'll meet you at Orwell Orchards.
I also want to say, he's the more practical choice, because if you think about it, the Brotherhood only has one scribe right now. Sure, Sky Valdez can train other people, but he's already fixed robots, and he's already fixed generators. He already knows how to fix things. He's already good, you know. Because if you think about it, you already have Paladin Romani and Knight Shin, who are both combat focused. However, there's no spoilers if you don't know. Something happens at the end. Alright. Go out here, and yeah. Sorry, I have to apologize after this hour and 20 minutes if you do hear the computer. I know it has a very loud fan. And which I've tried backing away from, but yeah. So there we go. Should I run it? Let's run it. God, an hour and 20 minutes already. This is a long first episode. Future episodes will not be this long. Just want to say that. However, I still have plenty of time to record. It is only 1 a.m. See. I was able to record this earlier because my parents went out. Don't know where they went, but they went out. Cooked my own dinner. I didn't really cook my own dinner. I had leftover Chinese food. Well, I had leftover McDonald's, which was about some McNuggets. I had McNuggets and an egg roll for dinner. It was pretty good. I could say it was the healthiest dinner, but you know, kind of weird. Chicken nuggets and an egg roll. Filled me up. I mean, can't complain about that. I mean, I did have like the rest of my Chinese food. I had a sesame chicken. I had it yesterday for dinner, and then I finished it off for lunch. So that was a pretty big lunch. Because I don't usually eat lunch. I usually don't eat. I don't eat very much. So yeah. I have to say, the people in my... The team have been there a while. We're running instead of fast traveling, just because it is kind of interesting to run in this game. Like, if you have the time and are playing this game, I would consider, honestly, walking everywhere. Like, try to walk as much as you can. Maybe only travel to a train station instead. It makes the game a lot more interesting rather than just a bunch of loading screens. And, you know, I felt like walking here. Just to drag out the video a bit more, maybe. I don't know. It's not that far. Plus, this character has a lot of AP, so I can sprint, like, the entire time. Not as much as a bloodied build, but, you know, not everybody can have OP armor. Yeah, sorry, bloodied build. Your build is OP. You have to realize that. Like, unyielding stacking that many times, giving you, you know, the best of everything, you know. I get one build has to be the best in the game. You know, you're always going to have one build being the best. But, yeah. What's the next best? What's the build that's under, like, if Bloodied's on top, what's the build that's under that? And is that build, how close is it to Bloodied, right? Like, you might say Junkies, but Junkies, you know, Junkies isn't as good as Bloodied in the first place, because the Bloodied legendary effect on weapons gives you 100% more damage at its max, versus Junkies or Berserkers, which is only a 50% bonus. I think, what is it? Huh, they're friendly. Usually they're supposed to be enemies here. But I guess they might coincide with that one event that makes them friendly. Or makes the ones in town friendly. Yeah, you come in here, there's this weirdly skinny, like, basement thing here. There's this weird bomb shelter down here. That's all I can say. It's just... This is never explained. I don't believe this is ever explained. Like, what is this, like, high-tech bomb shelter under this orchard, you know?
Hey, you're here. Seemed like this was the place. I had to sneak past everything outside, and then I heard some noises deeper in here, so I just holed up to wait for you. I hope that's okay. Don't worry, I will. I'm as ready as I'll ever be. Let's do this.
Alright, there's a lot of ghouls in here. This is actually one of my ghoul farming places. You can come back here and farm ghouls. hello, cats. There's a lot of ghouls in here, and there will be a glowing one. Or I mean, like a bloated glowing one. No, a deadly glowing one. Oh wow, you guys are actually killing me. There's the glowing one. Alright, yeah, since that's a deadly glowing one. Oh, no, I want the, I need to get all these ghouls away from me. Don't you really hate when, like, Vax misses despite being at close range? I'm taking a lot of radiation damage. Excuse me there.
I really hate this. Like this.
Glowing deadly ones have a lot of health.
Tell me we're finished.
That's the only problem with them. They have a lot of health for a ghoul. Like... Let's see, is that all of them? No. Speak with... Oh. Huh. Guess they all... At all of them? Seems like there should be more. Oh, can you use this? Oh, you can't use it. Look at these Fallout 4 assets. Oh my god, you can actually sit on the power cycle. Ooh, hello. Don't care. This is lead. Oh my god, another lead farming spot. Look at that. I didn't even know that was in here. And hopefully it respawns.
Oh god. Oh. Wow. That was a lot. Definitely. I might not be the most brave in a fight, but you must need people to keep everything running. And if the occasional moment of terror is the price for getting to work with their tech, I can live with it. I'm still shaking. I'm really a little worried you're so casual about it. I guess I can handle it, but if I have the choice, I'll stick to books and machines, thanks. Yeah, actually, thanks. That was terrifying. I didn't completely lose it, though, and I'm alive, so I guess that's a good sign. Thanks, really. I know how that would have gone if it was just me. I will. Thanks again for keeping me alive, as well as giving me this chance. I'll make sure you and the rest of the Brotherhood don't regret it. Be safe out there.
Alright. Let's do this. Let's go back. I'll do the dialogue and all that, and this will be the end of the first video. Hopefully this recording went right, because I am out of characters in order to do the Brotherhood questline with. Because the first time I tried doing this, if you don't know, my recording completely messed up, and I've lost... Wow! Am I overcumbered? Why am I so overcumbered? Oh, yeah, wait. Yeah, I know why. Jeez. Because I picked up all the weights. This gives me a little bit more. Yeah, it's very mismatched right now, because I keep putting on every legendary piece I find, like I get as a reward for the excavator armor, I just put it on. How am I overcumbered? Yeah, it's still a good bit of being overcumbered. Is there a workbench here? Sometimes these places will have workbenches in them. Yes, they will. Okay. There we go. Back to here. Yeah, that's another lead spot. So you have the gems and you have in there. Wow. Did not realize Bethesda put lead in there. Not that you really need it. I mean, you just take your excavator armor down to a Lucky Hole Mine and you can get hundreds.
Brotherhood's always looking for good tech. If you find it.
Get out of this. I don't like being in power armor too much. I mean, I have like 2 power armor builds. Yeah. If you want an easy build to do, right? Easy build, everyone. 2-handed power armor melee. It's such an easy build to do. It requires like no grind. You know, it's so easy to do a power armor melee build. Cause you know, you just get your power armor and get 2-handed melee.
Greetings, civilian.
We'll have to do something about them.
What am I looking at? I know there's... No, I want to go do the miscellaneous. Find the kids.
This order is to be expected in a place that lacked Brotherhood oversight for so long. Still, this
Let's do that.
Hope I get to meet them in person someday.
Request for the Brotherhood should be passed through Night Shin.
Wait a minute. Okay, I'm going off to... What is this side mission? Oh, I think yeah, I know who these two are. Let me see. Is this who I'm thinking of? Yeah, here, those 2 annoyances. Oh, in the second part, in the Steel Rain part. Oh my god, are they... We'll get to them. We'll get to them, don't worry. Okay, now where's Paladin money?
Guard our tech closely.
Welcome back. Have you completed your assigned mission, candidate? Ah, that explains young Colin Putnam arriving at our doorstep, then. Bright kid. I can't say Shin thought much of him, but if he makes it through basic training, I think you found us another scribe. That'll make Valdez happy. I'm very pleased with your initiative. Excellent job. Not only have you achieved everything we set out for you, but you have expanded our order and helped to secure its future in Appalachia. I hereby confer on you the status of probationary initiate in the Brotherhood of Steel. I'm sorry, but we'll have to put the official initiation right on hold. Something's come up, and we need to deal with it right away. If you've got anything else you need to take care of, make it quick. Report to me again when you're ready.
someone returned their gun to the wrong place again.
Yep, there's the weapon. Mind over matter. 3-star Ghoul Slayers plasma weapon. Not really that good.
Stay vigilant, initiate.
Where is it? Mind over matter. Yeah, like this is kind of a disappointment because you can get Slugbuster from the Raider quest line, and Slugbuster is really good because it's technically a 4-star legendary. This, I mean, if you're gonna farm ghouls, this is fine, right? But you could do a lot better. Like, it was either this or a Ghoul Slayer Super Sledge, which neither of those are very good rewards, honestly.
Stay strong, friend. No
Okay, now we're in the Brotherhood. I'm going to end it here. It's been 1 hour and 35 minutes. Oh, wait. There's one thing I want to do before we end this, because I have joined the Brotherhood. Oh, I'm overcumbered now. Of course. One more thing. Before we end this video. A little bit of flavor. Alright, a little bit of flavor to this. Because before I did this at the end of the quest line, and I don't think it amounted to anything. But, oh, I'm still overcumbered in this. Okay. Should be good. But we need to go down to... just Watoga. Right, we need to go to Watoga. Because we have someone to talk to. And then I will end the video. And because next video we'll start with flavor text. Some lore. I'm going all out in this. I know I didn't get the Raider stuff, but can't get everything. I'm going as much as I can for you guys. We need to go over there. Which building is it? Crap, I forget what buildings he's in. I swear, whenever you clicked on Watoga, it used to spawn you right in the middle. What building is he in? He's in one with stairs, I remember that. Crap, now I forget. He's over there. Yeah, he's in that one. Who the? Gutsies aren't supposed to spawn here. Whoa, FPS. Yes. So go talk to the last member of the Brotherhood of Steel. Well, the original Appalachian Brotherhood of Steel. Because he had some special dialogue. And a special kind of, event. Well, not really event, but like a little hidden side thing. You didn't know. Let's see if you can do it at the near start of this.
Watch where you're stepping. This stuff is pretty ancient. And yeah, I meant the wire, not me, smartass. Atlas Observatory, huh? Interesting. Hadn't considered that. You must know something I don't. That doesn't change my plans, though. Supporting the Brotherhood with daily ops is still of the utmost importance. A deserter like me doesn't deserve to just stroll up and pretend all is forgiven. I'll face my redemption in exile. Hard to argue with that, but, oh, damn it all. Fine. I'll pack up and head over. Hopefully they don't shoot me on the spot. Guess I might have that coming if they did. Thanks for making me see the right thing to do.
Yep, you can get him to rejoin the Brotherhood instead of just wallowing over here. They have some choice words for him. Well, Shin does. Well, next time, since it's been almost an hour and 40 minutes, I'm going to end it here. So everybody, next time,